Good morning.
From Cusco. We have another early start here. It is 4:15. Why are we doing this again? Because we are going to be checking out another amazing site in this region. This time, it's Rainbow Mountain.
And I am so excited for this because the last time I was here in Peru, and I figured out when it was in 2016, so 8 years ago. Rainbow Mountain, I thought didn't exist. However, I have been told by a tour guide that it was just that it had only been discovered a year or two before and no one really knew about it still. So this is something new for me and I cannot wait to go.
We're going to be getting picked up by our tour group in about 15 minutes, so we probably ought to hop to it. Well, we thought we were getting picked up, but because of our proximity to Plaza Mayor, we're now getting picked up there instead. So let's go. Just sat down and enjoyed a very filling buffet style breakfast, which also included the likes of coffee and coconut tea, which will definitely help us for the trek ahead.
And just so you know, the entire cost for the tour bus for this tour is 80 Canadian dollars. And considering just how, as Nick said, comprehensive breakfast was, there were pancakes, bread, eggs, juice, fruit. I mean, that's an amazing value for money considering that this tour provides breakfast, lunch, the transportation, an English-speaking guide the entire time. And in the $80, I did include the price of entrance to Rainbow Mountain as well. So this tour is off to an excellent start, especially when you compare it to the one we did at Machu Picchu the other day.
Not that we're bitter about it or anything.
We've just arrived to the first checkpoint here for Rainbow Mountain and our guide is just buying our tickets, but what an amazing drive up. I think my favorite part was that other than, of course, all of the tourist vans and buses, this is just rural Peru. You're just driving through the countryside. There isn't much here. People are living traditionally. It's really untouched and you're just on these dirt roads. So I've really enjoyed seeing that.
Seeing such unspoiled country, especially in this amazing a setting, is truly a sight to behold. And then on top of that, you just get to see the day-to-day lives of the locals, and that includes so much farming. So you get to see so many amazing animals, including alpacas, and my god, they're cute. So yeah, getting to see all of that before then going to hike to see what we're going to be seeing is really special.
We're getting back on the bus and going even closer before we start our hike.
Apparently from where we're starting off, we're at 4,700 meters altitude. and we are going to be climbing an extra 300 meters up to about 5,000 meters above sea level. Apparently that's going to take us about an hour and a half, so wish us luck.
Rainbow Mountain, also known as Montaña de Siete Colores or Vinicunca, is a mountain in the Andes located in the Cusco region of Peru. As climate change caused the snow covering this mountain to melt, locals and tourists hiking the nearby snow-capped Alsangate mountain started posting photos of the mountain's series of multicolored stripes.
The mineralogical composition of the mountain created the beautiful rainbow pattern in varying shades of red, pink, white, green, yellow, and brown that has attracted worldwide attention since it was first revealed after shedding its centuries-long white cloak in 2015.
We've just taken a rest, and I'd guesstimate that we're about 2/3 of the way up. However, it looks like the last third is a very steep incline, so it'll probably take us just as long to get up the last third as the first 2/3. But how are you feeling?
All right, I think definitely the whole point of this, that this is teaching me, is that the tortoise is right. Slow and steady really does win the race. Like, you should not be overexerting yourself beyond what you have to. You should be able to breathe. These are very challenging conditions, not ones that we're typically used to. And so you just have to really take care of yourself. It's just amazing though. Like, this setting, every now and then you take a quick stop and you look around and you just see yourself surrounded by mountains as far as the eye can see, including a beautiful snow-capped one just over there. And you realize where you are and how amazing this country really is. This, even without having actually hit the summit yet, has already been pretty special.
Yeah, the journey's pretty special as it is. And I feel like if you just go slowly, because it's not a race, and focus on breathing in through your nose, it's not like I've felt out of breath anyway. It's definitely more difficult to get oxygen in, which is why I'm really having to focus on breathing. But I don't feel really out of breath or anything like that.
No, definitely the walking poles are a massive help too, just to take a bit of strain off your legs.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling even like lactic acid in my legs or anything.
No.
Maybe the last third, because it does look steep.
Just a quick stop to sit down and take it all in is definitely welcome. It was tough, but we made it to the top.
Team Dub Dubs.
Good job, babe. Super proud of you. You did amazing.
If I could breathe, I'd tell you I'm proud of you too.
As expected, between the first little viewing platform and the summit was pretty damn intense. I feel like every third step I had to take a breather, but once you get to the summit at long last, the views that you get are unparalleled. They are absolutely second to none, and they really make all the hard work so worth it.
Yeah, the views at the top are actually 360. It's not even just Rainbow Mountain, although of course that is the highlight and why everyone comes here. but I'm so glad that we pushed ourselves to do this because it's just something that is so unique and you can't do anywhere else in the world.
Me too. This was such a good idea, and thank you for today.
I'm so proud of us for doing it, and to be honest with you, I don't even feel sick or anything, despite the climb being difficult. That's our guide Nilton telling us we need to go back down.
So let's make it.
Okay, it's not even the same going back down. I could run back down because number one, we're going down in altitude, and also going downhill requires barely any energy, so this is easy peasy.
Back in the same spot for lunch, and we started with a soup, but it looks like there's a bunch of really good non-food behind me, and I can't wait to try it all.
Lunch was apparently just as delicious as breakfast with a huge selection, but I didn't eat a huge amount of lunch because on the way back from Rainbow Mountain, which in all fairness is actually the best timing, I started losing my appetite, which is exactly the symptom of altitude sickness that I had last time when I was here when I didn't acclimate. And I'm guessing the only reason I had this is because obviously from Cusco, I think we went up 1.5 kilometers in altitude from Cusco, so that probably just hit me. I'm assuming because we're coming right back down, it won't be long-lived, but it's just really funny that when I was here in 2016, of course, this definitely happened to me where I lost my appetite for like 3 or 4 days, and it's happened again now, just at a much higher altitude. So my body kind of learned from it, but it's interesting that I had the exact same symptom all over again. But we are about to get back on the bus to head back to Cusco now.
Now 6 o'clock, and after a very full but extremely satisfying day, we are now back at our hotel.
It was an absolutely fantastic tour, very professional, very organized, exactly what we expected. Our tour guide, Nilton, was amazing, full of knowledge, super helpful, and really helped the day go seamlessly. And all of that was for 1/8 of the price that we paid for Machu Picchu. But as Nick said before, we're not bitter.
No, we're not. Absolutely not. All jokes aside, though, for a very unique part of the world and getting to explore that climate, appreciate it, all of that kind of stuff, and even just being able to go through the Andes and see how the people around there go about their daily lives and hearing stories about that as well is just truly awesome. So yeah, just to get a real insight into all of that, as well as getting to climb a stunning mountain, don't think it could have really gone better as a day, really.
Yeah, just to add, the drive to Rainbow Mountain is spectacular in and of itself. It is absolutely gorgeous. And just to reiterate that, I think it's wonderful that for the most part, it remains untouched, despite the amount of tourism that goes through there.
Just seeing everything as it should be when you're visiting is just so great. Like, there doesn't seem to be any kind of way in which it's been spoiled, per se. Just another amazing experience that we've been enjoying, not just
in Peru, but in the world as a whole, and certainly this whole stint of Latin America has just been highlight after highlight, really, hasn't it?
Absolutely. We've loved Latin America. And don't let fitness put you off going to Rainbow Mountain.
No.
Because if you don't feel confident enough to walk up, then you can pay to have a horse carry you up and or down, or you can go buy a motorbike. So there are other options as well.
But after a full day out, we are now utterly bushed.
And I'm still trying to recover from losing my appetite. I'm sure that by tomorrow it will be fine, because it's not like we've stayed at that altitude. We're back down in altitude in Cusco where I've been fine, but I think I need the night to recover.
Yeah, me both. So we are going to go ahead and do that, but we will pick this up for another day in Cusco soonish. Until next time, take care.
And keep smiling. Yeah, the views at the top are actually pretty sexy.
Pretty sexy, yeah.